everybody for coming today. Sorry for the confusion about the original place and then moving it back here. We won't make that mistake again.
So are you gonna be, is this gonna be stable?
Yeah.
Yes, this is a better place.
Yeah, I like it too, the light and all that, you know. Chuck's nice guy. All right, well, welcome to the Tardif Mortgage Lane team, monthly lunch and learn. I'm Alan Tardif. This is Tyler Martin. He is the man of the hour. And Mike's up there because Mike's feeling a little under the weather, so he's being respectful and staying in the back office.
Smart move.
Yeah. So, and thank you to everybody that's signing in on Zoom. We got Biagio on the far right. Very interesting guy. Well, I won't say it because, but we had lunch with him last week, and he's got a cool background. Really cool guy.
Watch what you say, Alan. I can hear you.
I know. I was going to follow what you did before, but I don't. You know, maybe next time we'll bring that up. Maybe you could actually do a little performance next time or something. But I don't want to put you on the spot. We've got Bria, we've got Pam. So thank you for coming and signing on to Zoom. Next time, if you can make it here, you get a free lunch. Somebody else just signed on.
No.
No. Okay.
No?
Biagio just turned his camera on. So.
Oh, okay.
There you go. Okay. There it is. All right. Without further ado, Tyler Martin.
Woo! Great old time. All right, so you all know me.
No.
Yeah, we had a great old time. Last month we had a good overview of basically all of the social media, right? We went over briefly Facebook, we went over briefly Instagram, we talked about Google SEO. This month, we're gonna dive in a little bit deeper into Facebook and some good tips and tricks and why I think, at least right now, Facebook is something, if you're not already doing social media marketing, Facebook is where you should start, in my eyes. Because, for instance, 77% of internet users are active on at least one of Meta's platforms. And in case you didn't know, Meta is like the parent company. Facebook is owned by Meta. Instagram is also owned by Meta. And then I believe last year or so, they also bought WhatsApp, which is just a messaging service. But for the most part, everyone uses Facebook and Instagram. Also, the biggest thing, where is your buyers? Where are your current buyers? What age are your current buyers is what I was trying to say. And that's right in that early 30s range nowadays, right? Your first time home buyers. A lot of your buyers are going to be in their 30s. And Facebook's target demographic and most utilized demographic is the 35 to 44 age range, right there. Boom. That's most of Facebook. And then 69% of Americans use Facebook. So if we have a population of 332 million people in the United States, then 229 million of them have Facebook accounts. Boom. Yep. And then, you know, today, 2022, it is the current generation, and 31% of Americans will admit that they regularly get their news from Facebook. Which
Yes.
we all could understand how we do that. But yeah. And then kind of branching off of that top fact there, 78.1% of Facebook users use Instagram. And that's because for the most part, since Facebook, or I should say Meta now owns both products, they just kind of link them together for the most part. So the best thing to have on Facebook is, of course, a Facebook business page. There are plenty of strategies utilizing your personal business page, but in my professional opinion, it's best to have a business page. And like we went over last month, one of the biggest reasons is you cannot put out ads from your personal page. You know, ads are a long-term strategy going down that road, but they can be a factor in building your, you know, presence on social media. So that's going to be one of the biggest things. Also, unlike your personal page, you have access to the Meta Business Suite. The Meta Business Suite is where you have the planner. You can go in there and plan automatic posts ahead of time. It makes it super, super easy instead of, like nowadays, a lot of people are constantly being on your personal page, upload this, oh, I need to make this post. You can plan all that out so you still have content rolling and people are constantly seeing that. One of my favorite quotes, especially in this instance, the way to get started is to quit talking and begin doing. By Walt Disney. He's a cool guy. I hear he's frozen in Florida.
He is
Not funny.
No, it's fine. I think it's fine.
He's supposedly frozen in Florida, in case you're wondering. So, how do you create a business page? Well, it's actually very easy. You just open up your Facebook, you go to the little menu button, go down to pages, and then create a new page. And then, bada bing, bada boom, you just fill everything out and you got your business page. It's super, super easy. So, another good thing that you can do with your business page is optimizing it with Facebook SEO, very similar to Google SEO. So the way you optimize, or some simple tricks to optimize your business page so that you're easily found on Facebook and so that the algorithm links you to people in your area. The first one is, of course, using your main keyword in your page title and your vanity URL. For instance, Melissa Martin, Realtor. Boom, that should be, that's a very simple business page title.
I thought she was a hooker.
Oh, that's her other business page.
For all of that, maybe we should explain that a little bit.
No, we don't have to, we don't have to.
I don't think, like, Pam maybe, or Howard might not know, maybe I'm thinking, not
I think it's
PC.
self-explanatory.
It is extra info.
No, not really.
It's crochet, is that the?
Yeah,
Yes.
she
She's a
does
hooker.
crochet.
Crochet use
Yeah.
hooks, she's a real estate hooker.
So yes, I do have a real estate hook.
Yeah, I just wanted to know.
I have little leather tags that say so too.
That should get you a lot of business.
It gets attention.
Mike is okay with it, he's blessed it, and I support it.
And you're not lying. So.
No, I'm not lying. I just donated, what, 12
Oh, yeah,
hats
all your
and
mittens and stuff, yeah.
4 scarves to GPAR that say the real estate hookers.
That's
so.
right.
Yeah.
But yeah, so your main title should have what you do. You don't just want to have your name because, everybody already knows your name from your personal page, right? The next thing is when you're out and about, doing things in the community, helping and helping, what's the word I'm looking for? Volunteering at certain events, tag the locations. Tag the locations in a post, do a quick picture, a little selfie, and tag the location. That helps the algorithm find out where you are and where you mainly work. So that when people are looking on Facebook, oh, real estate agent. Because a lot of times when people are searching, they're just gonna search realtor or real estate agent. And the algorithm is going to figure out and is going to first off know where that person is mainly located. Like if that person is searching in Culpeper, if they're currently in Culpeper and they're searching for a real estate agent, the algorithm is going to go through its database and be like, okay, who on my business pages is a realtor or real estate agent from Culpeper? And those people are going to come up first. So tagging locations when you're out and about and volunteering at certain stuff helps the algorithm kind of centralize your location and you're going to get found a lot more. And then just throughout your posts, include relevant keywords. You obviously don't want to just spam keywords in your posts. Be like, oh, realtor, real estate, home buyer, home loan, whatever. You just don't want to spam them in there, but use natural sounding language and make sure that it's, about the topic. Like if you're out at an open house, hey, this open house would be great for first time home buyers. That's a good tag right there. Oh, this one would be good for homeowners or, not home home buyers, that's another good tag. So you kind of want to naturally put those into your posts so that the algorithm can see those and do its magic. Because for the most part, the algorithm is just magic. Now, this is the fun part. This is the fun part. So this is 26 post ideas that you can use to schedule throughout the month. Yeah, I can send it out, Mark.
Thanks. Fire on the computer.
Hey, Mark.
I was going to, but I can't send it out.
Mark doesn't know how to take a picture. That's why he's in his class.
Now, this is really over your head.
I better shut up.
The first simple post idea is obviously whenever you get a new listing, make a little post, hey, new listing or coming soon or whatever. Super simple. You can do video walkthroughs because video is king nowadays. Video is absolutely king. Like we went over last month, video gets 100 times more impressions than a simple picture. You're gonna get a much wider span of audience if you were to post video. So video walkthrough is very, very cool. Also, if video is very good in the sense that when people are scrolling through Facebook, they're going to stop on the video. And then of course you have to, hook them to watch the video. But a lot of times they're more likely to stop and view a post if it's a video.
I hate to throw you off your game.
You're fine.
Might kill me.
Go ahead.
Can we show a video
Can we show a video?
to everybody?
I can find one.
Any guesses what I think you should show?
What?
No place like
The
home.
one you're a star in?
Yeah.
No place like home.
So for instance,
Sorry, Tyler, but
You're
I
fine.
think, hey.
you're fine. Let me
Well,
go to.
you not only teach this, you lived it in a video.
Yeah.
Farm is a-
So let's see.
I have a black face, no, you want.
So this is also a good kind of example. So you can see here from Fawn's business page, she has a very nice fall themed banner, which is very nice. It has the company that she works for. And then just welcome fall. And then she has Realtor in her title. She is Fawn Geesh Realtor. Boom. Short, simple, to the point. And then her Instagram handle, with Instagram and Facebook being linked, you can see right here, her Instagram, her business Instagram is Agent Fawn. So she also has that, keyword in her Instagram title as well. But let's see, going down here, this is her most recent one. She did a nice little reel there. Let's see, where is it? Oh, here it is. So she recently did this video and she posted it up on Instagram. And it's to, you can't hear the music, but it's to Follow the Yellow Brick Road. And she was very creative when coming up with this. So we have all of the Wizard of Oz characters
Oh, how cute.
just kind of going and showing this house. And then me, the scarecrow, holding a little kitty cat.
That's, her name is Dorothy.
Yeah, I know.
And that's her tagline.
Oh, really?
And this is like right up,
Yeah.
like, this would be something
I'm
she
like,
should
now I
do.
You
feel
could
like
do
I'm
that.
not doing this right
Well,
now.
that's why we're trying, yeah.
I feel really bad.
know.
I just step up my game.
Somebody
here.
beat her too.
Yeah.
But
So is that her tagline too?
No.
Place like home?
No,
She said
so
something she did.
she was Dorothy for Halloween
Oh, okay.
already, and then she had this listing coming up. So she does this for many of her listings. She does
That's
a different
really cute.
video for
That's
each
cute.
one. So
Mhm.
There's Mike. Mike is the Tin
Mine is
Man.
the Tin Man.
Helen is the lion, because I backed out.
But yeah, so
I was
wanted-
dealing
they wanted to
with
follow
the
lion.
closing. Was dealing with the closing from another, yeah.
It's just nice.
But yeah, it's It's super engaging and you still see the house. So the cool thing with these videos is it's not necessarily a super in-depth, oh, here's the house, here's, the bathroom, here's the front and the living room. It's just kind of a sneak peek, something that is very engaging for the first part, because if somebody is scrolling through, in this case, Instagram, and they see, the 4 characters from Wizard of Oz on their thing, they're gonna be like, what the hell is this?
More compelling to watch.
Right.
Yeah, I gotta watch.
I'm sorry, I wonder who the agent is. Who's this agent?
Fawn.
The agent, Fawn Deesh.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, is she here?
She's an agent in this office.
No, she's out of this office.
I was just saying, if Dottie can go borrow her costume.
Yeah.
I actually already have a Dorothy costume.
No,
I
but
don't
you
have
get
all
the
the
rest of me
others.
and
Yeah.
Janice, and we'll get
You don't have a
some-
Tyler and a Mike.
Yeah, we'll get Tyler and Alan.
But yeah, it's just a video like that is super engaging and you're gonna get a lot of views and you're gonna get a lot of interest just based off of that, video. You might not sell the house because of that video, but more people are going to see that video and they're going to recognize the name tied to that video, in this case, Fawn. So that is, just going based off of the video idea. Other ideas, tips for buyers, mistakes to avoid, neighborhood guides. All of these could be videos, they can also be simple posts. A very easy program that I use is Canva. They have a free version of Canva. They also have the pro version, but you can make stuff super quick and you don't have to be creative in Canva. They have templates and everything. You adjust little things here and there, boom, it's your own. You can post it, easy peasy. Some other cool things is like neighborhood history. This is just providing to your prospective clients and proving to them that you are, a person that knows the area. If you know the history of the area that you are selling in and live in, then that's a good thing to put up there. Culpeper, for instance, is kind of where I'm based out of, and we have, war memorials all over the place. We have battlefield sites all over the place. Post up, oh, I'm down here at this house, right down the street is, this battlefield site. I don't know, something like that. Home makeover tips, interior design inspiration. Just little things to kind of draw them, keep them on your page and see your name, right? Another cool thing is you want to build engagement. Social media is all about engagement. Just them seeing is one thing, but you want them to engage on it. So a good thing to use to encourage that is polls. Polls, you can do simple polls. Hey, which one do you like better? And post like the mountains or the beach. And, post in the comments below where you would rather live. It has nothing to do with the area, but what do people prefer? And then you can kind of build on that, build a conversation around that, and kind of draw in more people that way. Another cool thing, all based around this, these are all great ideas. Every month we put out, of course, the agent marketing playbook. And in these, we have plenty of ideas. Starting on page 29, there are theme days and holidays, marketing tools. This month, it brings up a really neat tool, very similar to Canva, called Ripple. It makes basically templates for you that you just fill in the information and can have it made right there. Oh, that one's not free though. It's $8.33 a month, in case you're wondering. But it also has top tips for Instagram as well. Like I said last month, and I'll continue to say, Instagram is very big because video is big. Instagram is kind of slowly moving away from where it started as just a picture sharing site to more of a video site. And they're doing vertical videos. So when you're out and about, shooting these videos or doing a walkthrough or, just doing stuff that you're going to want to put on your business page or your Instagram page, shoot it in vertical. Whether it's a picture or a video, shoot it in vertical nowadays. If it's gonna go on social media, horizontal just makes it tough because of the aspect ratio, and then it like shrinks it down to make it fit, and it makes it look weird. So you wanna shoot in vertical.
Good advice.
Yeah. So you wanna shoot in vertical so that the aspect ratio stays the same and it doesn't shrink anything down.
Because I would have thought the opposite. I would have,
Yeah.
you know, as I look at something, I can say, oh, this would look better, like I do a lot of photography.
Yeah.
It would look better this way.
Yeah.
I had no idea that,
Yeah.
that. So
I'm the same way, like, we all view things in 16:9 aspect ratio for the most part, right? 16:9, 21:9, that is your normal aspect ratio, but for the most part, Facebook and Instagram uses a 4:3 aspect ratio. So the vertical on a lot of these phones is already set up to do the 4:3, except with, you know, when you put it on Facebook, it's gonna crop up the top and the bottom. But for the most part, the sides will still be there. It'll still be that 3 aspect ratio. And then Instagram will take whatever you shoot on your phone and just put it on Instagram. Makes it super, super easy. But yeah, if you flip it to the side, then it's gonna shrink it down in order to fit the entire thing to that 4:3 aspect ratio. You had a question, Pam?
I really just wanted to know if there was a particular format that you had to use while you were videoing, but you kind of pretty much just
Yep,
answered that.
Yep, just shoot it, you know, vertical. You know, just whether you're doing a selfie video, whether you're shooting out and about, like if you're doing, like let's say you're doing a video walkthrough of an open house, that you're out and about. Hey, you know, I'm out at 123, you know, River Run Drive. This is a great property. We got some, you know, upgraded kitchen stuff, blah, blah, blah. You flip the camera around, keep it in vertical so that, you know, everything is, you can still see everything in vertical. But yeah, social media has gone, and I'm very similar. I enjoy photography as like a small hobby of mine as well. But it's kind of frustrating that social media has gone to this vertical frame, you know, aspect ratio nonsense, because yeah, you just gotta change.
If they know that, if the people like you tell them,
Yeah.
can something change about that, or?
I don't see that changing, and the reason is because if you go and look at the video, like I said, Instagram is moving to be more of a video platform. Not like YouTube, but like quick, short little videos. That's what Instagram is kind of moving to kind of combat TikTok. Because TikTok came out and it's blown up. TikTok is massive in the very, very young generation and the generations coming up. So Instagram is moving to a very similar TikTok format to combat TikTok. And the reason that this vertical frame is so popular is because the way they have it set up, and TikTok came up with this unfortunately, the video format, they made it super easy, and I know a lot of you on Zoom can't see this, but if you're on Instagram and you go to your videos, all you do to go to the next video is you just swipe up. You just swipe up. So you don't have to rotate your phone to view anything. You just open the app, open the video, and you can just scroll through the videos. So I don't necessarily see it changing. We'll see what happens in the future, but yeah, you just gotta play it by ear. Social media is always changing with the algorithms and everything that they do internally. You just gotta kind of roll with the punches and go with the flow for the most part. So currently, you know, we're shooting in vertical, we're shooting short little videos. We'll see what the future holds in regards to that. All right, so these are just some nice, in regards to the list that I'll also send out. I'll send out this PowerPoint to everyone here. These are just some little tips, not tips, but different different examples that I found on a lot of the business pages that I follow. So you could post memes. Memes are always great. Memes are just funny little pictures. And this is, if you're not familiar, Dwight Schrute from The Office. He's a TV character. And it says, when my buyer tells me he bought a car before closing. That's from my loan officer pages. Yeah, that's not a good thing, in case you were wondering.
So memes are just one still picture, they're not a video.
Yep, memes are just simple, one still, you know, a lot of times you'll see like 2-panel memes. You can kind of think of them as like comics a little bit.
Okay.
But for the most part, memes are gonna be like little one panel comic, funny, you know, haha jokes. And then this is, I don't follow this lady, but it came up on one of my real estate pages. And this is actually a good example of, you know, talking about the history. This lady is from Vancouver, Canada, and she, you know, just pulls up a old, you know, building that used to be in Vancouver, Canada, and talk about it. And, you know, the Wigwam Inn was a luxury resort that opened in the north end of an Indian Arm in 1909. It was owned by, you know, Benny Dickens, a Vancouver advertising executive, blah, blah, blah. Also, it attracted many famous visitors. The resort was not a success and changed hands over the years. Since '86, it's been used as an outstation by the Royal Vancouver Yacht Club. So, you know, the people of that area are familiar. Oh, I know the yacht club. I didn't know all that. It just makes a cool little post. And then this is a random realtor from Texas that I follow, mostly because she has really cool graphics on a lot of her stuff. So this is just closed. So whenever you have a closing, you post up your listings, post up your closings, boom, easy peasy, easy content.
What do you mean by she's got good graphics?
So just like the
Versus
pictures.
somebody else.
Yeah, so I just like the way she designs a lot of her graphics and the way that her pictures look. She has a good, concise, you know, format to it. I don't know, it was just pleasing, so I followed her.
Stalking.
That's
another word for it.
Mom's in the
room, so shh.
I know.
No,
I have,
I
and
know.
then this is a good one in regards to a market update idea. So this person does a really cool thing for his market updates. So we can get a lot of this information from the MLS, right? And then you can also just get it from GPAR. GPAR puts out their information as well. You can essentially steal that information and put it in your own graphic and put it out with your own information at the bottom. Boom, I am updating you, the buyer, the person that is interested in what the market is doing. So it's just educating your people. And a lot of times, especially in this market currently, education is king. People need to be educated because all they see on the news is doom and gloom and everyone's gonna die. That's it, all they see on the news right now.
If we could just say what the media says about the market, it's so negative right now, isn't it so negative?
It's ridiculously negative. So, you know, educating your clients, educating your buyers is huge, and one part of it is the market update. You know, this example is from Los Angeles, so it makes no difference, but apparently the median listing price in Los Angeles, where he's at, is 1.9 million. Must be nice.
Thought we had it bad.
Right.
Or good, should I say, yeah.
Yep, so, yeah, these are just some great examples. And then, you know, this is kind of a nice quote in regards to the current market, right? Some people want it to happen, some people wish it would happen, others make it happen. And, you know, we have to be the others to make it happen. Don't let people bring you down. Don't let all these people, you know, be negative, like the media and all these other people, because it's not, you know? So you just gotta be there for your clients, stay educational, stay positive, and keep on trucking. But for the most part, that's all of the Facebook stuff that I really wanted to kind of go over today, just give you some ideas. to, up your Facebook game, have some additional ideas to post, maybe do some videos. And remember, they don't have to be good videos at first, because kind of like the Walt Disney post, don't talk about it, be about it. I can tell you right now, the videos that I did the first time I started posting videos were not good.
Oh,
Not good at
they were
all.
good. I think
They were not. I would pull up on
Nothing
YouTube
better
the
now.
first video. It was not good at all. So it's just about doing it. Because if you keep on doing it and you keep up with it, then it's going to get better. And you're going to get better at posting. You're going to get more, you're going to get better at being in front of the camera and perfectly fine with
Like
it, more
working out.
natural. Yeah. Yeah. So next thing we want to talk about is something that could help in today's current market, and that's our 2-1 buy down program. So we also have a 1-0 buy down. It's essentially the same thing as the 2-1 buy down, just with an additional year. So
Oh, that's neat.
the programs that a 2-1 or temporary buy down can be used on is 30-year conventional FHA and VA. Cannot be used on USDA loans. So if your client needs to go USDA or wants to go USDA, then this program does not apply. But essentially, now the 2-1 buy down can be paid for by the buyer, the seller, or the builder. Essentially, anybody can pay for it.
The
It
loan
just,
officer.
well,
Alan.
Tyler,
Yes.
I don't wanna do that.
Come on.
We'll talk about why I don't wanna do that. But essentially, it can be paid for by anyone, and it counts as part of concessions, essentially. So a 2-1 buy down allows borrowers to lower their monthly payments for the first 2 years of the loan, whereas a 1-0 buy down would just be that 1 year ahead of the loan. And the buy down from either the borrower, the builder, or the seller, like I said, is collected at closing, and that money is actually held in escrow to work for this program. And we'll kind of explain a little bit more. It makes more sense with an example. So I have an example on the next one. So some good things with the 2-1 buy down is, first off, it's not as risky as an ARM. Because we don't have a crystal ball. Alan doesn't have a crystal ball. Nobody has a crystal ball and can tell where these rates are gonna go. Who knows? They could go all the way down to 2 tomorrow. Probably not, but they could, in theory. But, so, another nice thing that you have to remember is this isn't necessarily for investment properties. This is for people buying a home, a home that they're going to actually reside in. It's only for 1-unit properties. And then it can be used, though, on primary and secondary homes. So if they want to buy a vacation home, then it can work for that as well. Let's see, what are some other things? So the way that the reason that it's called a 2-1 buy down is the way it works is the first year of the program, the interest rate that they qualified for is reduced by 2%, 2 full percent. So they pay that payment based off of that 2% reduction on the loan amount. That's what I was looking for, yes. And then the second year into the thing is only reduced by 1%, and then 3 through 30 is then the full amount. So like I have on my example in the next slide, if they qualified at 7.5%, then the first year their rate is actually 5.5%. And then the second year it would be 6.5% and then 7.5 on. Let's see.
In hopes to refinance in that.
I was
Yes.
just gonna say, is there any penalty, like at that third year, if you wanna refinance?
Nope. So another cool thing with this, and actually, I don't know if I put it
It's
in
on
the
there
notes
somewhere.
here.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I did. When refinancing during the buy down period. So for instance, let's say they were to get a loan today. They closed today on the 2-1 buy down, boom. Their rate is currently 5.5%. 7 or 8 months from now, rates go all the way down to 3.5%. They want to refinance. That money that is in that escrow account, when they refinance, is actually put towards the balance of their loan. So they still get that money back versus a permanent buy down, that money's just gone.
Yeah.
So that's the one nice thing with the temporary buy down, that, you know, a lot of people smarter than myself are projecting the rates to eventually come back down. So during this time, they don't have to lose that money. That's still money that they earned, well, not necessarily earned, but they got from the seller, right? Because while I did say that the buyer, the seller, and the builder can pay for it, I don't think it's necessarily, I mean, the buyer can, but it's better if the seller, because all they're doing is just upfront paying, you know, part of their loan, essentially. And I can kind of get into a better explanation with my little quick example here. So this is based off of a $647,000 loan on a regular conforming 30-year fixed program. So we have here that first year, 5.5%, 6.5%, 7.5%. So their monthly principal and interest payments, we qualified them at this amount, this $4,500 amount. So this is what they were qualified at. So the 2-1 buy down this first year drops their payment down to $3,674, which is a difference from this payment to this payment of $850 a month. That's a massive difference. It's huge. But the way that you calculate how much this buy down is going to cost, which in this example is $15,000, is you take this $850 savings, times it by 12, and then that next year you take the same savings, times that by 12, $10,000 saved in that first year, $5,000 saved in the second year, and that is what goes into that escrow account. So this is why I kind of explained that the buyer paying this is not necessarily a bad thing or a good thing, but if you can get seller concessions for it, or essentially if you can get the other party to pay for it, it works, it makes more sense, right? Because all they're doing is they're just upfront paying $15,000.
But on the contract, you know, you get concessions, and let's just say you get the seller to pay 3% concessions.
Mhm.
That's just an option. They could use
How to
all,
use
use
it,
it all. for,
Correct. They could use it for permanent
closing
buy downs.
fees, you know, they could use it buying home warranty, they could use it any, which paying HOA. They
Correct.
can do whatever the heck they want with it, but some people that may make sense to do it that way.
Yep.
Is what you're saying. Okay.
Yes, yeah, this is just an option, because if you get seller concessions, then it's just, what do you want to use those seller concessions on? And this is an option for a lot of
So the
people.
best thing is really to get about that 3% concessions, plus show them how much it is for the buy down, you know, that's the only way we can
Yep.
afford to do this, and say, and give me the 15,000 also.
Yeah, but you also want to remember that there are concession limits for different loan programs. And Alan, I didn't plan for that question, but Alan can go into that a little bit more. But there are concession limits for different loan programs.
Yeah, I
So
think
you-
like VA is no more than 4%, is that correct?
Yeah, but it gets this more technical than that. Certain, goes to certain things, and
Could you get 4% and then asking for 15?
this
grand?
can't be in addition to any of the concessions.
Hmm.
This is part of the concessions.
That's what I'm saying,
Yeah.
so you couldn't ask for 4% plus, my question that he's saying that I would,
Depends
he
on
wishes
the
I
loan.
didn't ask,
Yeah.
is you know, if it was a VA loan, you could get 4% concessions, that's all you can get.
Right.
And then if you want to use it for that, but you can't get 4 plus.
Right, you can't get that plus the
Correct,
concession.
it's just part of concession.
Part of it, right, right. Of course, that's dependent on the loan program and loan to value for conventional and.
Yeah.
Is the interest rates higher for this type of loan product than say versus a regular convention without using things?
So this doesn't have anything to do with the product, and it's just whatever the rate is for like, let's say it's a conventional loan and you're putting 5% down. This is whatever the rate is for that. Yeah, whatever the rate is for that
Remember, it's
program.
concessions, you can use it.
Yeah, this is just concessions. This isn't like a
Just
a
concessions.
separate add-on to
Right.
a particular
It's not a
It's
program.
not a loan product, it's just a little like
how you want to use
Plus.
your
Right.
concessions.
Yeah,
You can
that's
kind
just like
That's a
selling
good way to
concessions.
look
Selling
at it.
concessions aren't a product, it's part of the loan program. It's
Okay.
something that you
you
do.
can kind of think of it
Except for
as,
USDA.
yeah, you can't go without USDA. You can kind of think of it as like a servicing product, I guess, maybe, because this is all done on the back end, right? Because every month, they're still making this $4,500 payment. But they're on that first year, they're only out of their pocket, only paying the 36, and then $850 is pulled out of that escrow account. So this payment doesn't change essentially. So it's just, you can kind of think of it as like a movement servicing product, because we're just like, oh, we're gonna hold this money.
Who's holding that money?
It's an escrow.
That's an
No,
escrow.
but who? Is it movement mortgage holding it? Is
Movement
it
mortgage, yes.
Whoever the title company,
No.
yes.
Title company's out of
company,
it. Movement
Is
mortgage.
it if whoever you're going through?
It's the mortgage company, whoever's
Mortgage
servicing the loan. Yeah,
Right.
that title's done.
But yeah, so I mean, it's a good program, it's a solid program, and it's a very good option for a lot of people. Because, you know, a lot of these people have jobs, at least for now. And you know, technically, they're going to more than like, so like, if let's say you're working with a client and they're projecting to get a good size raise next year, but they're like, I don't necessarily feel, yes, I qualify for 4,500, but I don't wanna necessarily pay 4,500, you know, then we would, during our consultative process, and be like, well, you know, we could get some, you know, work with, you know, Pam or Dawn, and we can just, you know, get some concessions, lower your payment for the first 2 years using this 2-1 buy down program, and then when you get your raise, or when you refinance next year, then you'll be much happier with the payment that way.
But it's got nothing to do with qualifying. You still have to qualify.
Yeah.
A person
It's not-
that hasn't got his raise yet still needs to qualify for the higher.
It's not like the 2-1 buy downs of the 90s where you qualified at the lower.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
still have to qualify for the higher.
Yeah, so we run the qualification always based on that higher amount.
So it's really just a preference. Do you want your money? It's just a concession preference.
Yeah.
All it is, to be honest.
Yeah, there's a lot of factors involved. Maybe you need the concessions to pay the other closing costs, so you can't do
Right.
this, or
Well,
maybe, you
if you're
know,
gonna do
there's-
that, let's say that's all you got. Let's just say that your concessions is the 15 and it does the, exactly does the buy down. You
right,
better have the money in the bank to pay for that and like I said, the loan ratios. And-
exactly.
And so you kind of counsel that one way or the other. And if there's a, and a lot of people, it would just be an option, right?
Yeah, it's definitely.
A little tagline we use for it, it eases you into homeownership.
Right,
So you're not feeling that pain of that 3rd-year payment. By the time you get to that 3rd year, you've been a homeowner for 2 years, you know.
But
And then a couple
they may
of-
have pain, taking out 15 grand to pay for their closing fees out of their bank account.
Right,
So it's, what kind of pain do you want to do?
yeah, exactly. It's a,
It's all it
yeah,
is.
it's
What
your,
kind of
yeah.
pain do you want?
Which pain do
You
you
want to be
want?
slapped on the left side or slapped on the right side?
right. Yep. But yeah, that's our 2-1 buy down. That's a little bit more in Facebook advertising. If you need help with any of that, don't hesitate to reach out. If you need help with the 2-1 buy down or your buyers, feel free to reach out to Alan, Mike, or myself. And with that, that's all.
Oh, the curtain, look at the
That's
curtain.
the graphic right there.
Yeah, let me see that curtain thing, yeah.
Yeah, that was cool. wasn't
Yeah.
it?
Oh, look at that.
Is that Canva?
That's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
No, don't tell them all your secrets. Keep it.